Hey everybody, welcome to Love Bites. This is our weekly series where I like to jump on and talk about some way that you can bring a little bit more love into your life. This week I had other plans. I had a whole thing planned. I knew what I wanted to talk about, and then something, not a big deal, but something happened that basically just changed my entire timeline for the day, made it not possible. And what I wanted to talk about is how to find your balance when this happens. Because it's going to happen. There are always going to be times in our lives where we have plans, we know what's going to happen. You know, we have all these great intentions, and then life happens. And suddenly, whether it's our time is sidetracked, or our people are sidetracked, or being pulled in different directions, and it's really important to know how to land on your feet and know how to recover from that. Because I don't know about you, but for me, it is really easy. It used to be super easy for me to just get all caught up in it, caught up in the drama, and then get overwhelmed, and then everything's ruined now and nothing's gonna work. And but the fact is, that's life, and things are not going to be perfect, and we are going to have to just kind of roll with the punches. So I just wanted to give you a couple of my top tips to help you deal with that when it happens. Number one, I would really say, is be kind to yourself, because it's so easy for us to beat ourselves up and belittle ourselves. You should be doing better. You should be able to deal with this. What's wrong with you? This isn't overwhelming. Other people have it worse. Does that sound familiar? Other people have it worse. Yes. And the fact is that your stress and your overwhelm is no less worthy of existence than anybody else's. And just because maybe it is not as bad, I say that in air quotes, as somebody else's, doesn't mean that it doesn't matter, right? And when we compare our pain or our overwhelm with somebody else's, it's kind of useless, because they're not us. They're not experiencing our life. The only person that you can ever compare yourself against really is yourself. And if it feels painful, or it feels overwhelming, or it feels like it's causing anxiety, or it's too much, then it is. So number one is be kind to yourself. Speak with kind words. Have self-compassion. And then I would really encourage you to identify some things in your life that help you feel balanced again. Because again, it's really easy for this to happen, and then for this to snowball and become this huge big thing. But if you can identify things that help you sort of press pause and come back to the present and be in the present moment, that's going to make a world of difference. So I can tell you right now, you can see I'm sitting on the grass outside. It's my garage behind me. And for me, one of the things that helps me feel balanced and feel really present in the moment is grounding. Grounding my body, physically touching the earth, touching whether it's grass or trees or flowers or dirt or anything, but getting outside, not having a ceiling over my head, blue sky, and just touching the earth and grounding my body. Now, there's a whole lot of research that talks about why this reduces stress, why this is calming for us. So I'll happily post a link to that blog post in the comments when I'm finished here. Another thing for me that really helps is just pausing and deep breathing. Really just pause and close your eyes. And if you're at work and if you're in a crazy stressful situation, go to the bathroom. Nobody needs to know what you're doing in there. Go to the bathroom, shut the door, lock it, close your eyes, and take a few slow, deep breaths. And again, this is just a really beautiful way of arriving back in your body, being present. Research has shown, we know that when you tune into your breath, number one, when you are really mindful of your breath, your mind actually can't race. You cannot focus on your breath and be overwhelmed and focus on the overwhelm. Your mind has to actually pick one. So if you very consciously pick focusing on your breath, that is a great way to help calm yourself and reduce your stress and bring yourself back to the present. But also when you slow down your breathing really consciously, it actually helps, just like it helps your nervous system relax. Like, again, proven, science has proven it helps your body relax, helps your nervous system relax. And then the last thing I would say is it's really helpful if you can identify different outside sources that are little things that you can have with you that can help you come back and feel balanced again. Now, for me, there's a few things. And again, these are things that, travel with you, can go anywhere, because it's great to sit outside on the grass and it's great to sit under a blue sky, but it doesn't always go with you, right? So number one is the deep breathing. That travels with you. Another thing that I would really, really recommend, because I find so much peace in this, is using my essential oils. I talk about them all the time, but it's because I use them and it's because they work. And for me today, balance, hence the name of the video. Balance. It's the grounding blend. This is what I use when I'm feeling that overwhelm, stress. It just helps bring me back, slow everything down. And with this, it's a pre-diluted blend with it, which is nice. I just put a little bit right under my nose, actually, so I can smell it, on my neck, on my pulse points. And when I do that before I take my deep breaths, it again is just another really beautiful tool that helps bring me back. And then the last thing is music. Now, I'm a really musical person. I love music. Putting on some really relaxing flute music or drumming or something, not like an upbeat tempo that you can sing to, but something that is really calming and beautiful. That's super helpful for me. And again, that's available to most of us most of the time. Whether you're in your car, if you work at an office, you can put headphones in, whatever it happens to be. And I would encourage you to either try these things out that I've mentioned or do some experimenting of your own. Maybe it's journaling for you. Maybe you love writing and you find writing really cathartic and you just need to get your thoughts out of your head. Awesome. Maybe it's doing something creative. So it's being intentional about unplugging and going outside and taking some photos of something, just really breathing in the atmosphere. Maybe it is exercise. Maybe it's moving your body, and that helps bring you balance again. Getting getting sweaty, getting your heart rate up. I would really encourage you to both try out the things that I've mentioned here. The deep breathing, the grounding, the oils, the music, and then find your own things as well. Because the fact is, it's not if you get imbalanced, it's when. As I said, this happens to all of us. Every single one of us on this planet feels this at some point. So it's not a matter of if you'll need these tools, it's when you'll need these tools. And if you can put a bit of thought into it beforehand, before you're in that sort of crisis mode, that overwhelm mode, when it does happen, it'll be a simple solution, and you'll know what to do and you'll know what to reach for, and it can just help reduce that overwhelm almost instantly because you know what to reach for. Okay, so that's really my tip for today. It's not if, it's when you're going to need to find balance, and try a few of these things to really make a difference in your life. All right, have a beautiful week, guys. I'll talk to you soon.